Hello guys, so today I'm going to bring to you one thing that is so peculiar with the World Cup. If you have been following the World Cup so well over the years, you will find out that there is a pattern of dark horses that is going on almost every World Cup. In 2010, remember Ghana made it until the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Yes, and they were eliminated at the quarterfinals by Uruguay, who equally had another underdog story in that year with Diego Forlan, Luis Suarez, and the rest of them. They made it until the semi-finals where they were beaten and eventually finished at third place, at fourth place rather, in that World Cup. Then in 2014, we can remember the story of Colombia. Colombia with James Rodriguez, who went up onto the quarterfinals of the World Cup as underdogs. In that year, James Rodriguez won the Golden Boot. Yes, and that was in Brazil. Then in 2018, we can all remember the story of Croatia. Croatia that are seen as a very much underdog. They went on to the finals of the World Cup, finishing as the runner-up to eventual winners, France. And then, even in 2022, Morocco emerged as another underdog, as another horses that went up until the semi-finals of the World Cup and eventually finishing in fourth place. So the pattern has been repeating. So which are the teams, which are the nations that can come out in this World Cup and spring up another underdog story? Let me give you my top 5 teams that at least one of these teams will bring an underdog story at the World Cup again this year. In the fifth spot, I have Ecuador. Ecuador is a team that has been built on a strong defensive structure. Ecuador is a team that are on 19 games unbeaten run, and within these 19 games, they have conceded only 6 goals. Just 6 goals. Ecuador is a team that they don't have flashy names. They don't have flashy players. There are no players. If you can't close your eyes and name 11, not 11, just 5 Ecuador players. Okay, to even bust your bubble small. Do you know that Enna Valencia that played for West Ham during the days that Valencia of Man U was still playing, Antonio Valencia was still playing at Manchester United, is still going to this World Cup. Yes, he's still there because they don't have much players. The only notable players there are Caicedo of Chelsea, Hincapié of Arsenal, and William Pacho of PSG. Those are the only players that you can easily recognize in their squad, and maybe Enna Valencia. So they are a team that can go into this World Cup and be a thorn on the flesh of these big teams. You might see them getting on up to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. That is what this team can do. A team that didn't make it out of the group stage last year, they can go on to the quarterfinals at least. That is what I'm saying. In the fourth spot, I have USA. USA are the co-host, and as co-host, they can go a long way because they have the weather condition in their favor. The current weather condition in USA currently favors them, the citizens, because they are used to this weather. It's so hot. Europeans are not thriving under it. Europeans are suffering under the scorching sun at summer sun at USA currently. But USA citizens are already used to this. So it might play to their advantage, equally having the fans singing and shouting and chanting for them. So these points might actually help them. And looking at USA, where they are coming from to where they are now under Pochettino, you can see a whole lot of improvement. A whole lot. They have improved the whole, in as much as they are not really, but if you look at their team, their squad, their team, you will see that they have improved under Pochettino. So I'm seeing this USA maybe springing up a quarterfinal finish at this World Cup. You can't rule that out. Then in the third spot, I have Norway. These guys are playing in the first World Cup since 1998. And these guys, even in that 1998, I think it was their first World Cup. They advanced anyway. I can't remember the exact position that they finished, but they advanced. They went on to I think, either quarterfinals or so. And now they are coming back. These guys can do anything. They have Erling Haaland, remember. Erling Haaland, the goal scoring machine. They have Odegaard. They still have Solot, another goal scoring machine. So these guys can do anything. These guys can be underrated and they can hurt you. That is how this team is. They're a free scoring team. Even in the qualifiers, in a game, they scored 10-1. In another one against Israel, they scored 5-0. They scored 5 goals, 4 goals for fun. This is a team that we are looking at. So they might come into this World Cup and actually hurt all these big names, all these big teams. So in my second spot, this one is tough. I have Japan. Japan is a very tough team. A very, very tough team, honestly. So currently, Japan are on a 6 winning streak. And in that 6 games, they are beating Brazil. They are beating England. They are beating Scotland. Scotland that is so difficult to score against. They are beating them. These guys have in the last 2 World Cups, they had been eliminated in the round of 16. So they always get to the round of 16. And they are not really that flashy team. Just hard work. If you see the way these guys run, eh? If you see the way they run, in the last World Cup, they finished top of the group that had Spain and Germany. That is what these guys can do. That is what they can do. You see this dark horse title. They have it. As far as Spain is concerned, they have this dark horse title. As far as Asia rather is concerned, they have this dark horse title. It's difficult to actually put Japan here in the second spot because they are battling that second spot with South Korea, who I unfortunately omitted from this list because I didn't want to put 2 Asian teams here. So in the number 1 spot is the Oga Patapata of them all, Morocco. Morocco shouldn't be here because they were underdogs they were the dark horses in the last World Cup. But I still have to bring them back because they might exceed expectations this year. Yes. I know I might be delusional by saying that they might get to the finals of the World Cup, but it can't be ruled out. This is a team that has been built on good structure. They can attack you, and in the same way, they can defend. This is a team that plays like they are Europeans. They play good brand of football. They play very good football, very dominant football. Look at their game against Norway. Look at the way they played against Norway. It was as if they went head to head. The likes of Haaland couldn't even understand themselves. It was until I think about 75th minute before Norway could equalize the goal they scored in the early hours of the game, early minutes of the game. So these guys, don't underrate them. In the last World Cup, they showed that they can beat anyone. They defeated Spain in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, they defeated Portugal. Even in the group stage, they defeated Belgium. In the group stage, they defeated Belgium. So don't sleep on Morocco. Don't sleep on Morocco. They still extended that to the AFCON. We can remember what happened at the AFCON finals, although it was so controversial. But at least they did very marvelous job to get to the finals of the AFCON, beating the likes of Super Eagles of Nigeria, who are so strong. So Morocco, don't sleep on them. So this is my list of possible dark horses going into the World Cup. I don't know if I omitted any team in this my top 5, but that is why you are here. Let me know your team, the team you consider as the dark horses in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, and also please help me and share this video so that it can get to a whole lot of people. Thank you very much for watching up until this moment.